Hi, my name is John. I'm one of the Power Pro Techs from WFCO Electronics. Today we were doing a demonstration on replacing a deck mount converter with one of our high-performance three-stage converters.
There are three major reasons to replace an existing converter. First, the converter could be defective. Second, it might be obsolete. And third, you might want to upgrade an old single-stage converter to an advanced three-stage converter. In this video, we will be installing a new high-performance WFCO WF9855 55-amp converter, which can easily replace a number of converters including the IOTA DLS55, the obsolete Atwood ACP32, and the obsolete Todd Engineering single-stage converter.
Next thing I would like to talk about is the tools required during this operation. Okay, the tools you will be using to remove the converter is a flat blade screwdriver, a 9/32 T-handle Allen wrench. I'm using a screw gun with a number 2 square drive bit which matches the screws for the mounting. Other manufacturers may have different type of screws. We're also using 2 caps, twist caps, so we could actually cap off the wires while we're working. We also must think about safety when we're performing this operation. It's highly recommended that you wear a pair of safety glasses and also be aware of the surroundings of where the converter is mounted and where you will be working. That there is no sharp edges, extruding screws that can actually cut you or poke you. Okay, what we're going to do right now is remove the old existing converter. First step we're going to do is remove the 110 plug. Next step we will do is actually come over to the ground lug and remove the grounding wire. After we have the grounding wire removed, we will come over to the negative side and remove the negative wire. Carefully holding in your hand, put a twist cap on it to protect it from accidentally bumping another wire. Then we will grab the screwdriver and remove the positive lug. There again, we will replace the twist cap to make sure that nothing touches the wires. What we will do is remove the mounting screws. At that point, you should be able to remove the unit out of the RV. Okay, now we will be replacing the existing deck mount converter with one of WFCO three-stage high-performance converters. As you can see, it was very similar to the other converter. I have a few tips to give you if you're installing this converter. Should this converter be installed in a vertical position, always install it with the fan, which is right here, facing the lower section. The fan is intake, heat rises, helps dissipate the heat. In this application that we have here, we are still installing the converter laying flat on a board. In this position, you do not have to worry about which way the fan is going. You do not want the fan to be up against a wall where it cannot draw in proper air. You need a lot of good airflow behind the unit. Also, once you have that in position, all you have to do is replace the mounting screws. On the side, you will find that there is a grounding lug, which you will install the grounding strap back into it. The next step would be you will take the negative cable using your 5/32 Allen. What you will do is loosen the lug up, insert the wire, and tighten it down. The next step is to take the positive wire, insert that, and tighten that down. Make sure all wires are secure and tight. Give them an extra little snug. You could torque these wires down to no more than 45 inch-pounds. At this point, you can take the power cord, plug it back into the 110 receptacle, and you can test the converter for operation. I'd like to show you one other thing. If you are replacing a converter with one of our 98, 65, or 75s, you must look at the receptacle that the unit plugs into. As you can see here, this is a 15 amp receptacle. The 98, 65, and 75 come with a 20 amp plug at the end. As you can see from the receptacle, the 98, 65, or 75 will not fit into the 15 amp receptacle. This is a 20 amp receptacle. At that point, you could be able to plug the 98, 65, or 75 in. Lots of times you have a distribution panel when you're using a deck mount converter, and in the back of the distribution panel should be a receptacle that you could actually plug in. It will fit either a 15 amp plug or a 20 amp plug. WFCO has come up with a cross-reference chart which explains which converter goes where. In the front of the sheet, we also have a listing of all our power centers with the cutout dimensions. So you'll know if the converter you are choosing will fit within the whole of your RV. We also list on the other side and at the bottom external dimensions of our deck mount converters. On the back side of this sheet, we also have charts which actually give you a cross-reference between other manufacturers and our converters. This is very helpful when choosing the proper converter. If you have any questions, or if you wind up having no listing of your converter on this sheet, you can call us at 877-294-8997 and speak to one of the Power Pro techs here, which will assist you with replacing the proper converter for your application.
Here are a few benefits of WFCO deck mount converters. WFCO 9800 series converters cover all your needs from 35 to 75 amps. And if you need to go to 100 amps, we have the 6800 series deck mount converter. They are easy to install. Simply plug them into a nearby 110 volt AC outlet. They have a small footprint so they can be adapted to any small area. Just be sure it has adequate airspace for good ventilation. WFCO converters run cooler than other converters because the fan is activated by the load being placed on it, not by a heat sensor. As a result, our fans come on at an earlier stage of operation and increase in speed as the load increases. Our reverse polarity fuses protect the converter from damage should the positive and negative wires be reversed when connected to the battery. Our 3-stage converters can replace all single-stage converters, improving the DC output and upgrading the RV to the latest technology. Thank you for viewing this informational video from the WFCO Power Pros. Please return to our website often, as we will add more informative videos and other resources to better support our customers.